Now, I do feel the need to bring this up. South African women? Woo-wee! I mean, my goodness.
So when the channel started, we looked something like that, but we've upgraded quite a bit, and I'm about to show you how we did it and how you can do the same. Hey, what's up? Your favorite dark man back with another video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. So yes, you see we are shooting in a brand new setup, which is not exactly new. I mean, it's the same room, but I've made a few modifications and I'm about to show you how I did that and how for $100 or less, you can actually do the same thing. Now, I have in mind the fact that yes, you may not exactly be able to do things immediately, and I understand that we all don't have the same financial situation Ghana had, let's be honest about that, but it's taken me about 4 months to get to this point, and I'm going to walk you through some of the adjustments I've made to get to this point and to this setup you see right now, which is not too much, but it's definitely a bit more of an upgrade from where we first started. So let's dive right into it. So let's start this off talking about audio. Now, this is one of the biggest investments you could possibly make, and it's going to make a massive improvement. 50% of the video that you present will be audio, and so whilst people may be able to tolerate bad video, they wouldn't tolerate bad audio, even if the quality of your visual presentation is pretty good. If you go and look at the very first video I ever posted on YouTube, you will see that my voice didn't really project as well as it does now, and that's because I was recording from the inbuilt microphone of my smartphone at the time, which was the Samsung Galaxy A30. And this is where I really think that necessity is the mother of invention, because what I started doing after that was I'll take a piece of wired earphones, I would stretch them across the table at which I was sitting, and I'd position it such that the microphone was the closest part of that piece of earphones I had. And so when I would speak, it would pick up the audio and then go straight. And that did bring some improvements, but it wasn't exactly the level I needed to be at just yet. So what I ended up getting were these. Now, this is the Boya BY-M1 Lavalier clip-on microphone. It's actually what I'm wearing right now, but I still kept the box for this specific video. I got this from Get For Less at 140 cedis, or if you want to do dollars, $6.22 or $6.22, and you can actually see the price tag right there. So this lavalier microphone I'm using is wired, so I need to pass a lot of it through my clothing, but the wire is actually 6 meters in length, so it's quite long, and I can stand as far away from the camera as humanly possible as the microphone would allow me, and will also allow me to be clear. The only gripe I really seem to have with this is when I go out and I'm vlogging and I need to capture best audio, so I have to wrap a lot of the wire into my pocket. Sometimes I've had to wrap it around my waist just so I could have enough mobility, but regardless, it's a very great investment. It's a good place to start with, of course, since you're not going to be using boom mics and whatnot. I think it's really great. It captures the audio, it blocks a lot of background noise you may be experiencing in the course of your recordings, and I do believe that this is the best option for you to pick. It's 140 cedis from Get For Less, so head on down there, get it. Now, the next piece of tech I had to get was a tripod, and for the longest time, now you are going to understand why you could see a lot of the wardrobe and then a little part of my face. What I was doing was I was actually propping up my phone on my air cooler in the corner, and then I would use my Bible and devotional to create the stack and then rest the camera or the phone against it so that it would be able to be stable. But I realized that in the course of time, if I was going to be doing a lot of my experience with DMK episodes and I was going to be taking a lot of still shots outside, I would need something a little more rigid. And so I got the Benro T560 from Starlight, which I have the box here as well. This is 135 cedis or 20 something dollars. I don't know, I'll put it up on the screen, but it's the best option or the best starting tripod you can ever get. It doesn't come with a clip for a smartphone at first, so you might want to get a selfie stick in addition, but if you have a camera, you can use this. It will hold up to 5 pounds of weight on the base, and it's very good. It's been very efficient. I've been using it since December 2020 and it served me very well. So if you want a tripod option, that is the way to go. So now I have a tripod solution and an audio solution. Now the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to control the lighting situation of my surroundings, and what I started with was the LED strip that you see right behind me. Now this LED strip is 36 CDs from Melcom. I actually found it accidentally, but I found it to be very useful because now I can control the mood of my videos. Now the cool thing about this is I can actually manipulate the colors on this thing. It's an RGB setup, so I could go with red, I could go with green, I could go with blue, I can go with other color combinations of the sort. I can actually do this. Spoiler warning for all of you that do not want to hear anything else regarding this movie. So I can actually manipulate all of those things for the cool price of 36 CDs. I found this to be a steal actually, and I like that. But also this was the final thing I needed to get, and I'd wanted to get this for such a long time. I got this on my birthday. It is a 10-inch ring light called, and I have the box here now. This is a weird name. It's supposed to be, don't you guys have Y in your alphabet? I think you do. Mai Appearance Light Soap. You make me look like an illiterate. I realized they had another name. It was Receive Live Replenishment Support G1. The funny thing is, when you go on Google and you Google this, you will find it. But this ring light cost me 265 CDs from Melcom. Now, actually, when you have the Melcom discount card, it would dump it down to 250, so that I was lucky to get that. But this is one of the most portable ring lights I have seen. Now, to be honest, I am not very familiar with ring lights. This is the first one I have used, but it is USB powered. So in a situation where your lights may be off, or you may need to shoot something or do something that would have required the use of the ring light, you can actually connect it to a power bank and will power it well for you. The only problem is that you are not going to be able to set it as low as you may need to based on your needs. I literally just said that. What's wrong with me today? The lighting presets are 3. There is a white light mode, a warm light mode, and a warm white light mode. Now, for the purposes of my videos, I have gone with the warm white light mode, and this is largely because of my skin tone. But in addition to that, I also needed to pull off an extra step. Now, it may be noticeable to some of you that I am shooting at daytime, but a lot of you may not have picked that off, and that is actually because of the curtain setup I have going on here. Now, if you've actually peeked in the corner of some of my videos, you may have realized that I use black curtains in my room. Now, it's a bit of a weird aesthetic choice, but it wasn't really blocking out as much light as I needed it to. And so what I did, I actually used a second curtain on the back of this first one and stitched it together on the pole that connects the curtain. And this has allowed for maximum blocking of the light. Now, I could turn the ring light off, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. When I turn the ring light off, that's how the room looks. So it actually looks like it's nighttime, but it's really day when you look at it. But it blocks out the most light I could possibly ask for, and the most light for my purposes. So that's with regards to that. So I've walked you through the entire setup, the behind the scenes of sorts. But in case you have a question about the camera I'm using the inbuilt camera on my new phone. That's a Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Lite, which I got 3 weeks ago. If you haven't seen my review and my unboxing video of this device, please do check it out. I will leave links up there, I think. But to end this, I know a lot of you may be thinking, I want to get this camera first, I want to get this first, I want to get this first. And here's my advice to you. Honestly, start with your phone. Make sure you use the best settings on your video recording, and just find natural light, okay? Start with your phone. That's how I started this. I wouldn't have gotten to this point if I hadn't started from there. I wouldn't have had the idea or felt the need to upgrade if I hadn't started from that point. Sometimes it's better to start broke than to start with everything, because then you're able to pick a lot of skills along the way. I wasn't exactly using the best phone camera when I started this, and now I'm using a phone that can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, but I'm actually set this at 1080p. But either way, you will have the best possible experience if you start small and just grow along. The thing is, as a YouTuber, you are going to have 2 seasons. You are going to have that first season where you are learning your gear, you are learning about your camera's capabilities, you are learning about how to combine lighting and all those things that you may find important to you. Now, I know a lot of you don't really consider a lot of this stuff, but if you want to break to that next level, you need to start from that point. And then there's that second part of the second season actually, where you are now trying to build your base. You are trying to build your fan base or your subscriber base. And I think I'm making strides towards that point, or actually I am making strides in that regard. But needless to say, just start small, start whatever you have and develop it over time. You will appreciate it when you get ahead, and yeah, that's really my advice to you. So start small and you won't regret it. Okay, so that's been it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in another video. Till then, take care, peace out. I am the Dark Man and I'm out.